Hey guys, Joe here from XFoxGames. Check it out, we got the BH2021 burst pistol. Now, if you guys have been following along, this is, one of the many handheld blasters that we have done recently. We still have a few more. And, I was like, okay, it's electronic. It's going to be kind of a sidearm. Let's see how this thing performs. If you guys are curious, if you guys want to check it out, again, the link is down in the description. Now, before I start, thank you for everybody who's been checking out our Etsy store, checking out all the cool stuff we've been making for the Pathfinder and the Fate. You guys absolutely rock. But let's get back to this thing. Yeah, the DH2021 burst pistol. Right out of the gate, there's no burst here, guys. It is a single shot, single pull. That is it. I was hoping there was going to be some type of burst. Usually when you call it burst, you're going to have a 2, a 3, something. But no, it is just a single pull. So maybe they can just dump that out and call it DH2021. But anyways, let's take a look at the box. On the box, it says Glock 18. Not sure what's going on there. This is like a reused box or what. But inside the box, you got the blaster. You have, in my case, I came with 30 rounds. You got the charger, you got the battery, you have the kind of the red dot scope there, as well as a black suppressor. So not a ton in the box is, when it comes to some of these where it just had, some of these other ones just had massive accessories for it. This one, pretty straightforward. The suppressor, I'm probably not going to use. Yeah, that's just not going to fly with that black suppressor. So for all my testing, I completely took that off. The scope actually was not that bad, or this red dot here. This is the classic red dot that you see with most of these kind of overseas blasters. I mean, for the most part, it comes on, and it has, the red in there and the green, so it's not that bad. I just didn't like it on the top. One of the coolest things about this, though, is this thing actually has a slide lock on it. So if we take a look at it here, it actually has a slide lock. So you open it up, you're able to dig in there and get stuff out, because if a dart or something gets stuck in there, how are you going to take this out? This is like... A lot of it is a one-piece molded plastic, and then, of course, it's together. So, yeah, it's going to be hard to take out if something gets stuck. So it has a kind of cool slide lock. The magazine is a 10-round magazine, and believe it or not, the darts that came with it are the darts that actually fit the best in here, which is usually not the case. To talk about the darts that come with it are kind of they're about 10 millimeters shorter than normal, but I call them the short suction darts. And, man, okay. This is the first. So after we did a little bit of shooting here, man, the suction darts, the smaller ones here, actually performed better than a regular quote-unquote half-length dart. Now, I tried different ones. I tried some of the Worker Gen 4s. I tried some of the Dart Zone stuff. I mean, I tried all of that, and they just didn't want to shoot well out of this. I don't know if it is the size of how far the flywheels are apart on here or what, but the best darts on here were the smaller ones. So you guys can kind of see it right here. You get better FPS, and actually the distance was just better. But I think it is probably because of maybe how big the barrel is and maybe how close the actual flywheels are. That could be the issue, but still, I hate to say it, just use the darts that come along with it. I usually just don't even use them. Nonetheless, they do stick when you do shoot it at stuff. The battery and the charger is kind of that classic combo that we've been seeing with a lot of these. This is a nice 7.4 battery, volt battery. So I got decent amount of power. I've shot 15 mags through this so far, and it hasn't been too bad. So I don't see any type of drop in performance yet, but since it is only 400 milliamps, I don't think I'm going to get too many mags out of it, but still, I'm at 10, and we might get a little more. Let's go ahead and let's just go out and just shoot this bad boy, because I want you guys to see this. So, again, with the 60 to 65 FPS performance, with the darts that come along with it, yeah, you're not getting terrible performance. Some of the classic short-length darts, the Adventure Force stuff, I was only getting around 50 FPS. So I decided not even to use those, and they didn't like to go out the barrel all that great. And hopefully you guys can see this. These darts are kind of dark, but for the most part, yeah, it shoots pretty straight. I did notice if you try to do any type of burst, yeah, the burst was not that great. With any single stage flywheel blaster, especially with this here and how small the actual motors are, you're not getting that great of performance, especially out of 7.4 volts. So, yeah, and I tried to here just kind of do some burst. So, trying 2-shot, trying a 3-shot. The best is 2-shot. And you can't really do them back to back. There's just not enough torque on those motors to re-ramp those motors back up and kind of spin before that next shot. So 2 shots at most is probably your best. But single shots, waiting after a while, yeah, you could see those worked great. and having the around 60 to 65 FPS mark, it is not bad at all. So again, there you go, guys. I don't want to, go too much on shooting this thing. Now the battery is held right here in the front, right under the bottom. You just kind of slide that piece apart, and there it is. Goes right in there. I mean, it's a nice snug fit. I don't think it's too tight at all. The mag release is right here on the kind of like on the right-hand side thumb. Mine was a little sticky. I never kind of loosened up, but I'm guessing over time with some of these, as you use it more, it'll kind of loosen up, get that gumminess out of there so they can actually slide out a little more. I only have the one mag for this, so I don't plan on getting any more. Now, this is only a single stage trigger, so as you pull, it releases the micro trigger in the back, which tells it to rev, and then a little bit more of a pull will actually push the dart into those flywheels. So it's a little bit different than some standard blasters that we've seen where you kind of have the rev and then the actual trigger. This case, it's just kind of one trigger pull does that full motion. I kind of like those, but again, it's all personal preference on how they like them. But still, guys, this little blaster is pretty cool. But when I saw it call it burst, I was like, yes, this thing has got to do some kind of cool, I don't even know, double or triple shot. But no, it is a single shot blaster. I think there are better options around this price. And I think there's actually better blasters that are non-electronic, like the Fire Rat. I think that thing is a far superior blaster to this because that thing gets double the FPS, way more accurate. You don't have to mess with any batteries, but that is just my 2 cents. But yeah, if you guys want to check it out down in the description. I figured, you know what, I'll just review this in case any of you guys have seen this and are kind of curious. Hey, is this something I should pick up? If it were me, I would probably not pick this up again just because of their performance and just because it didn't like using the kind of standard short length darts that we're all, accustomed to and have. If this shot standard length darts around the 60 to 65 FPS mark, cool. I could totally recommend it. But unfortunately with the, 50 FPS mark with standard length darts and the accuracy was horrible, I'm probably not going to recommend this to anybody unless someone wants to mod it or something like that, because there's other stuff on the market right now that is way better. Anyways, that is my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks again, Fox fans.